What? Yo, what?
It's like, yo, huh?
He just give it to you? Like, he just like...
Yo, we're live, right? Basically.
It's like kind of like harassing me type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bite it. You know what I'm saying?
What?
That's what he was like. I was like, yo, what's going on here, bro?
Yo!
That's always
offbeat. That's offbeat.
Why does it always be like that type of shit happens?
I'm saying, did you bite stuff?
Nah, but I didn't have anything on me. I tried to tell the guy who's listening.
Yo!
Go have it on me.
What? That's some shit that'll happen to me, bro. Especially when you go like downtown. That shit is crazy.
This is West Side. Wow.
I've been good. Why we working? It should be the working. It should be working. I'm gonna get all of us in here. Shit. Oh shit.
He was still showing more.
Yes. I'm trying to get like a good angle on this too.
It should be.
Oh, you see it? Oh snap! Okay, bet. Yeah, the StreamYard. I'm gonna be doing StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard. You guys are goated. Yo, we are live. Donne Colioni show. You just make sure I'm in the camera. I can see you guys. Hold on. Let me just adjust myself. My bad, guys. Good, Devin.
Play soccer. Yeah. I like my soccer.
Back in the days.
Big top striker or what?
Yeah, that's your forward. Yeah.
Forward. Yes.
Good too. But we put Scottish together.
Yeah,
that's the guy.
I did Scottish with you.
Yeah. Scottish were. Let me see how you go on your book. Okay, I'm just like trying to get a nice angle. I'm so picky. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for this. Hold on, I just want to like. Can they see all this? Everybody right now.
So what?
Just waving to everybody right now. Okay, all right.
Get this
show
on the road.
Donne Colioni show.
This is Donne Colioni show.
Here you go with it, man. You know, we're gonna have some conversations.
Sir.
You know, chop it up, I'm gonna chop it up with these guys. And yeah, like always. Well, do I need to talk about anything for my intro? Need to say anything? Yeah, more stuff coming soon. You know what? Let's jump right into it. Let's go, Kim. So, do you want to introduce yourselves, like what you guys do? I don't know what you start with.
Okay, so me, my name's BK. I'm a rapper / actor now. This guy. I rap, act. That's me.
Okay, my name is Paul Ford. I'm not a rapper. I ain't a rapper, but I'm an actor, producer, filmmaker, director. Kind of do a little bit of everything. Just trying to do that the rest of my life. So.
Word out. That's what's up. So, like, what got you into like acting or rapping? What got you into that?
So for me, it's like 50 Cent. I grew up a lot of 50 Cent. So just in the club, Many Men. This is all that kind of just
Yes, sir.
I can tell. This is why the voice is just that song.
That's it. I listened to his track. I'm like, is he single, by the way? Yeah. That was gonna be linked down in the description. No face. Yeah. Oh, we got two people in here.
I'm saying. I think I kind of started acting in like high school. So I was doing like a lot of theater. I was doing musical theater in high school too.
Mm-hmm.
And I found like a passion in it because I really enjoyed it. And I was playing soccer. I That was one.
You did musical theater.
Yeah.
So you sing?
Yeah, I sing too.
They make you sing.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
Bruno Mars, you're like
I'm kind of trained low key because it's like I actually did like shows outside of my high school as well that were musicals, and we had like a creative director. Shout out to Simon. I'm actually still working with him this summer on another project, but yeah, I was doing that, and I was also doing a lot of like theaters and like plays, and I really enjoyed that. Like just being on stage and acting. And I wanted to try film. I did like a short film just before, and I started just making my own stuff. That's how I met you guys. So, yeah.
Word up. That's lit, man. Let's see. Where should we take this? Where should we go with this?
Transition.
Transition. Okay. Let's go with this one. So, what are your like favorite like rappers or actors that gave you like inspirations to do what you do? You know what I mean?
Well,
Do you have any inspirations?
Yeah, like I said, 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Yeah, Pop Smoke too. Yeah, because like, they're kind of similar. Even Lil TJ.
Lil TJ, yeah.
Like my sound selection where I go to. So, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And for you?
For me, it was like I actually recently got really into 50 Cent too because he started to produce films and stuff like that, and I was like, man, like this guy's so versatile, and I read one of his books and he was talking about how like it's good to like kind of transition a career once you get to a certain level, and obviously he's a producer / actor. I kind of like him like as a producer because you start like a whole world. But in terms of like actors, my favorite actress is Viola Davis. Love the lady, bro. I think she's one of the greatest actors. She was in How to Get Away with Murder. That's one, and also like she was also in Fences with Denzel and Washington, which is like another one. And I also really like Tom Hardy. That's another guy.
Venom, right?
Yeah, Venom.
Yeah.
And like he's also in Peaky Blinders with Cillian Murphy.
It's something to watch. I just see clips of just Tom.
That show you gotta watch it, bro. It's a
A
must.
little bit. It's actually
It's a must, bro. It's fire, bro. So yeah, I think those are kind of like key actors that I really like and enjoy watching.
Okay, that's what's up. So like, what would you say what is it like being a rapper or actor or like someone like an artist? What you would call it? What does it feel like to be that in Edmonton? Like, what is it like? Do you find like it's easy to get your stuff out there? What's the experience like for y'all?
like definitely like a lot of buzz, you know what I'm saying? Like for the little buzz that we have so yeah, like definitely like me, like I'm still like starting trying to figure out things, so it's gonna get better over time. But yeah, it's good experience. Like we got people complimenting you, telling you this. Like the other day, I had somebody talking about like your inspiration and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
And that shit hit me. Yeah, that shit hit me, bro. I was like, I never had this before. Like me inspiration, like never had this. So it was a good experience.
That's proper. Yeah. That's what makes you want to keep going. Those comments like, you're inspired.
No, I actually I feel the same way. Like a lot of people say that like Edmonton is like full of like people that be hating and stuff like that. And honestly, I think like there's some people that be like that. But me personally, and I'm again just starting out. I'm just trying to like do different films and stuff like that, and meet different like production people and stuff like that, and produce my own stuff. Like from like generally like the amount of like what's it called, like people that talk to me, it's mostly been positive. Like even when we put the teaser trailer on the comments weren't like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? And obviously like some people were like kind of like confused about it. But like generally like it was generally like positive to like kind of staying right. Like and when you see that in such a small town, like it kind of makes you want to keep going, and like either way, bro, I'm gonna keep going either way. It's all up here.
Right. I feel like that's definitely some like. I feel like it's a lot about like your environment too. Like for example, I'm trying to find what to say. Like obviously there is like haters out there, right? But I feel like as long as you're focused on like your supporters and you're surrounding yourself with people like that are supporting you, because like Like I've seen, like for example, like, with your rap group and everything, you guys are surrounded around a lot of people who are like supporting you guys. Same goes for you.
Support each other.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you
really about that
posting,
community.
like all that,
Yeah.
Like we were just talking. I'm like, bro, like, cause we were about to perform soon. He's about to perform soon. And I was like, bro, like, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna be like screaming the top of my lungs the lyrics. Because it's like, bro, like, it's all love, right?
Yeah.
And like we support each other as well. So, and like the Edmonton community, like it's slow to pick it up.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of like the arts and everything. But like it's genuinely positive, I would say. And I'm a very optimistic guy, though. So.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
I'm a very optimistic guy, right? But yeah, that's what I've seen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, something too with like the hate. You know, somebody's not just gonna come up to you and be like, "Oh, your shit sucks." It's like, you know, it's kind of like inside and like behind the screen. So,
Right.
That's the thing about it too.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they'll never really say it. They'll never actually say it to your face.
And it's funny because Edmonton's so tiny, right?
It's tiny.
So it's very common to just see you like web or something and be like, yo, like your shit ass, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you never see that. You always see that like
Usually, like what I find, like the hate, it's more like if someone does say it to your face, it's more subtle. Like they'll, how do I say it?
yeah, it's like it's subtle. You know, so I feel what
Yeah,
you mean.
like you'll talk about something you're doing, and they'll be kind of like,
condescending,
like,
why
why
doing
that?
that? It's like nitpicky.
Yeah.
But like I always just say it's like just because they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand like the purpose. That's why you have to just be so cursed with it that it's like no matter what anybody says or no matter like what adversity you face, you go through with it and you still do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people are not gonna understand, bro. Even the closest people to you, your own family, not gonna understand, right? So it's just gotta be a thing of just like doing it because you really want to do it.
You really want to.
Whatever everybody else said, it is what it is. You take the positive and you leave the negative. So
Yeah.
For real, for real. Well, let's see. How many people we got up here still?
I don't know. I think my thing is acting up.
Oh, actually, it must say here. No, we don't got anyone in here right now.
no, really,
Keep going. Keep going. Keep on rolling. Keep on rolling.
I'm MT2.
MT2?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe my thing, buddy. Oh no, I'm just gonna say hi to everybody.
Right.
Keep moving on.
We can even answer questions they might have on here too.
Yeah.
We're see what else do I got on here. We'll transition into. Okay, I think we should. Yeah, let's go this route. Or should I go this route? Actually, yeah, I think it's appropriate to go this route. So we're talking about like doing things that you're passionate about, like basically like following your passion, your purpose, all that stuff. Like, how do you think one finds like the passion that they're interested in, or like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you? Because like a lot of people I find are like really like, especially from that transition phase from 18 to like say about 23-ish, maybe even further, but coming out of high school, they're kind of just like, oh, like, I don't know, like they've just been conditioned to kind of follow the crowd, so they haven't really been able to get out there and want to find what they actually want to do in life, all that stuff. How do you think you would find that out, like what you like and like pursuing that?
So it have to be like a thing where you just step out of your comfort zone type thing, and like you can find inspiration from anything. Like in every literally like this table, you can find from this table anything.
Yes.
That's the way I see it. So yeah, it's just kind of grabbing things that you think can fit like what you're trying to go into. All that. That's all it really is to me.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. But it's just stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things that like you wouldn't be like you usually wouldn't do type shit.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of people have that mentality where it's like if it's foreign to them, then they can't try. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's as basic as like different foods from different cultures. Some people won't even touch different foods because they're scared.
They're
right?
scared,
Like at a basic level, once you destroy that mentality of like, oh, if it's foreign to me or if it's something that I don't understand or that I'm fearful of or that's different from what I've usually been doing, then I'm not gonna do it. Once you destroy that, bro, I really believe that, especially in this day and age, you're gonna be unstoppable in everything that you do.
Destroying that kind of like that comfort zone.
That comfort zone, yeah.
And like really getting out there, yeah.
Getting out there, yeah. Like if you, And like I think we've had so many conversations about this, but if you look at like the DNA of greatness, especially in like our generation and like even in the past, it's always the people that do things that they're not like comfortable with and go through that hardship of like, oh, maybe they're not, you know, getting to where they want to get to, but keep going and still try, that essentially make it and find more fulfillment in their lives. So that's essentially how you find that passion, by stepping, like Biggie said, just stepping out your comfort zone. Yeah. It's hard though, bro.
It is.
You don't really talk
It's a
about that,
process,
bro.
bro.
Like
Yeah,
it's a process, bro. It's moments where it's like, bro, why am I even doing this for? Right? But like when you're really passionate about something, bro, it's supposed to stick. You just gotta let it stick.
It's one of those things like when I think back to myself in high school, I never would have thought I would like join like a film. You know what I mean? Like in high school, I was like junior high, I used to do theater, but I was always like the set design person. Like the prop, I paint the props. But when they say, how come you want to do an acting? No, I can never do that. Like, I would be so scared to do it. But, you know?
You just gotta figure it out.
So once you break, like, bro, that whole thing of like can't do something, bro. Once you remove that out of your rhetoric and your verb and your vocabulary, bro, you're unstoppable, bro. Like, even if like truly you can't do something at first, if you really like brainwash yourself to believe that you can do it, you can do it. And that's like the mentality that I have in school too. Like, you know, not everybody like enjoys being in school, but like if you tell yourself that okay, this is cool and this is what I need to do, and like you can get the grades like that 4.0 if you want it, and you tell yourself you can, and you remove that whole idea of like I can't because it's hard. Because generally it's just hard. It's not impossible, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's even research being done about like how like people aren't even stupid. It's not even a thing of stupidity or like that you're less smart than somebody else. It's a thing of willingness, bro. If you're willing to do something and you have self-belief and faith,
you don't really come up with
unless you obviously have like physical disadvantages or biological. But it's like usually, bro, we all come out relatively the same, bro. And in life, we're just given the choice of like, are we willing to put in the necessary work or not?
That's facts, man. Yeah. It was interesting. We just segued into like, it was like kind of answering my next question. Let's see. Where else we go? You know, let's go this route. It kind of makes sense. So, with that being said, we talked about things like stepping out of your comfort zone, being willing to believe in yourself, and find your purpose and all that stuff. I want to translate this into the Black community. This is something I've been thinking about for a hot minute, especially since the lockdown, COVID times. With the whole systemic. But I don't know. It's kind of weird because before lockdown, I never really understood what systemic racism. I knew what it was, but I didn't know there was a term for it. Systemic racism. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people talk about systemic racism and stuff like that. How it's a lot harder for people of color to like move up and have opportunities, right? And they kind of developed like this, in a way, like this victim mentality. And I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, and me personally, I just I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think with the Black communities that we put ourselves in this victim mindset where we believe that we can't, like we're like not able to do what we want to do because we feel like, oh, it's because I'm Black, I can't do this. You know what I mean? They're gonna look at me, they're not gonna accept me, whatever. Whereas I think if we want to see change, right, we have to become the change we want to see. We have to start stepping into those higher.
I agree, bro. I think like, especially after the pandemic and the whole George Floyd situation, like we kind of forced the door open on like as Black artists and everything. Like I think right now, out of like all of history, is the best time to be Black or Black artist. And obviously, it's good to be Black Eddie. You know what I'm saying? As an artist specifically, because there are people and foundations out there that are actually willing to give you money just because you're a Black artist, right? You're hearing stuff like Black independent artists are getting grants for films, for everything, right? I think right now is the best moment, and I really strongly believe in black excellence, and I've seen black excellence around me with like you guys and like the people around me. I got this friend, her name is Joanie, and she's like a VP at I think she's actually no, she's I think she's the president or something like something like an association at the U of A, like here at the U of A,
Right.
and that's like, and she's somebody that like is really close to me, and I've seen her right go up against like other students that are very educated and very smart, and she's a black woman, right? And she was able to make it and win. And I think like, bro, I don't believe like that systemic racism today is so strong to the point where we don't have opportunities. Now we definitely face adversity, but the only people that are stopping us truly are ourselves. You know, at the end of the day. So that's kind of how I look at it when it comes to that. But
I don't know. It's just like I look at it like the Martin Luther King kid, like get a whole bunch of black people,
right. So
get up to where we are at today.
I had a dream.
Yeah.
So
I think we kind of do it ourselves. And make a difference. So yeah, it's really just up to us, like you said. So
it's just the again willingness, pushing yourself. You gotta have an air of just like confidence about yourself. Skin color doesn't stop anybody. I don't believe that for real, especially in today's generation, where cancel culture would literally destroy anybody. You know, you are some racist or homophobic shit. It's done. So
shout out my boy Will Smith.
That was actually one of the questions. We'll get to that in a bit. But what's it called? Yeah, what I want to say about like that's actually facts. Like we gotta have that confidence for ourselves to move ourselves up. Like I was also thinking like, especially when the protesting stuff was happening and all that stuff, right? I was thinking to myself like, protesting. I think it has its place, but I think there's more we can be doing in terms of like the inner work. Like if we like, for example, this is one thing that really kind of mesmerized people. Would say like, "Oh, screw all cops, like, cops are screw them," right? But at the same time, it's like, what if more of us, like I don't know, maybe if it's your passion, if that's your purpose to do so, become police officers. Enter those areas so that we can show more representation. Like, we need to become like. You know what I mean? Because we always complain about there's not enough black representation. You know what I mean? Like everything's a guess. Why don't we actually work at becoming those? Becoming the people we want, becoming the change we want to see. You know what I mean? Like there's even things like lobbyists. You know what I mean? Getting more involved in politics, all this stuff. Like protesting, I think it has its place, but it's not the end all be all.
But see, here's the thing, though. Like a lot of people have interest, right? Like in certain things, so that's the barrier right there. Because like we don't, get up and always want to be politicians. People want to be athletes. People want to be this too.
Right.
That's the thing too.
Comes as a culture too, right?
Yeah.
That's another thing because I'm noticing a lot of people like. How do I say it? A lot of people are gravitating.
You said gravitating.
Like the black community, we always gravitate towards like. How do I say it? Like not saying like. How do I say it? They're always gravitating towards like things like. We want to be athletes, rappers, and all that stuff. If that's your purpose to do so,
black men, bro.
If that's your purpose to do so, go ahead, do it. But I feel like there's a lot of people who that's not the purpose, and they're just doing it because like they think it's the only way as a black person.
Well, actually, I was really thinking about this. I think it's again comes down to culture, right?
Yeah.
Like some of the like most influential black men specifically are in the entertainment industry, right? So as black men that are coming up, a lot of the time we kind of look at them and like, okay, maybe that's the only route that we can really take, right?
Yeah.
But then you have people like obviously like Obama, but how many black presidents are there, right? And you gotta ask yourself that question. And again, it comes down to culture and breaking that and telling young black boys through the media also, specifically the media, but also as even just like parents, like, hey bro, you can do everything you want to do. You can be a doctor, president of the the United States. You can be prime minister of Canada. And it's telling them that, and it's not only secluding them to like the entertainment culture that we dominate pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that's I think comes down to the media and culture. That's really what it is.
That's for real. I definitely agree with that 100%. Speaking of media, I want to transition into. I had a lot of time to think about the Will Smith situation. I was torn. I'm gonna say what I think. I'm gonna ask you guys what you think about it. So basically, the whole you guys know, everybody knows about he slapped his friend, all that good stuff. I don't know good stuff, but you know all that stuff, right? And so the way I thought about it is that like he shouldn't have slapped him, and I understand where he's coming from because I don't understand the full dynamics of him and Jada's relationship. You know what I mean? But from what I see, I just feel like Jada is just bullying this guy, and I think she has something on him. And people are, flaming him and getting it in his head, right? It's affecting his mental health, right? And I think if someone needs to just pull this guy in the room and be like, "You're Will Smith. Why are you taking this from Jada? You can have any girl you want that's not gonna disrespect you in front of the media, saying stuff about your personal lives and stuff like this." And you can see it's really messing with this guy mentally to the point where he's going to slap another comedian. I think if he generally had a problem with what Chris said, he probably could have, maybe not slapped him, but on his way to accepting the award, maybe say, maybe say use your words instead of your hands to solve the issue. But I don't know. I just generally think he's suffering internally, and I don't know. He just needs to.
I think it's fairly obvious that he's got some
it's definitely something.
I don't know the whole situation with what's going on at home with Jada necessarily.
Yeah.
And obviously, because bro, you know how the media is, bro.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell.
And we'll come up with stuff and say, okay, this is exactly why he did it and stuff like that. So it's
hard to tell.
Yeah, exactly. I think at the end of the day, I think we can all have our opinions, but we don't really know. Now, I don't think he should have slapped bro at all. Obviously, because that's the Oscars, bro. To me, the Oscars are probably one of the highest award, especially as an actor that you can get. And Will Smith has been in so many great films, and I've always said him and Samuel L. Jackson is another one. I was still waiting for their great best lead actor award because I think it's such a huge honor as an actor, right?
Yeah.
And it's really, to me, what I'm really sad about with that whole situation is the fact that that whole night was kind of taken away from him. The hype of him getting best lead actor was taken away from him because of the actions he committed prior to getting his award. And it's
100%. I still have 100% respect for the guy.
Yeah.
So he's still a GOAT. He's still a GOAT.
Everybody got to
Yeah, you gotta realize. He's a huge social media presence, so he's on social media. He's seeing all these niggas clowning, bro. I'm telling you, and it's anybody would be fam, I'm tired, and a lot of time we think that these people, these figures, are some great beings that have no emotions and are always, But nah, bro. At the end of the day, bro, that's a nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes to be disrespected. Yeah, nobody likes to be disrespected. So,
but the interesting thing about it though, you've seen when the camera went to Chris and Jada.
Yeah,
he was laughing.
Yeah,
joke.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, that's what occurred at the local slap. It doesn't make sense because he was laughing, right?
Right.
It's just until I think Jada said something and boom.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
People are speculating maybe so Tupac win a shot. Things like that.
That's funny, bro.
But did you guys see the letters that was it his own daughter was writing about Tupac? I think that's kind of weird.
Was that real? Was that real?
I don't know.
There's no way, bro. There's no way that was real.
I don't know. That's just what I heard. She was writing letters about Tupac.
That's insane.
Maybe it's not real or not, but I just feel like
That's insane.
It's just weird. The whole
The whole
thing
thing
is
is
just
weird,
weird.
bro.
I think he's even said in interviews where he always felt like he was like competing with Tupac.
Yeah, no, you said that. Yeah. And like apparently, like he had thrown a whole birthday for her.
Yeah.
And like she didn't really take it as like a sign of just like him being loving and stuff. Apparently, she was saying like an ego thing, which is insane, bro. I remember I was talking to my mom about it. She's like, "If my dad did something like that for me, I'll be rejoicing."
Yeah.
You know, she seemed like apparently she was like tripping, bro. And it's insane, bro. It's insane, bro.
I'm saying it's interesting, man. Like it's crazy how it all folds up.
Nah,
Actually, it is.
But it's a very sad situation. I think it just comes down. My mom always says this. She's like, bro, she's telling my brother this too. She's like, find good partners. Find partners that are gonna keep you guys grounded and humble. Especially when you become very successful, you know, you gotta find people that ground you, keep you humble, right? You know, let you get, too much of a big head. So, and it's difficult.
That's hard. That's really hard.
In this generation, some of you should not be married.
Yeah.
Some of you moving very sus. But it is.
That brings me to my next topic. It kind of, I like how this one is all segueing so perfectly.
It's certainly personality, bro. That's how you have to
In consideration of Will Smith, some people, I don't know if I don't want to say he's a simp. I don't want to say he's a simp. I still respect the guy. But just the actions, just questionable. But did you guys think simping is a pandemic?
Simping is a pandemic, bro. Of course it's a pandemic, bro. It has to be, bro. And it's the internet. The internet has made guys out here absolute simps.
Yeah.
Absolute simps, bro. And OnlyFans is one of the biggest culprits, bro. Bro, you're paying $50 to see. Like, bro, have you lost your mind? Bro, if you don't take that money and put that into some stocks and fucking invest, this guy's spending out here 50 bones, bro.
50
Like that's baby.
Yeah,
bro, she needs
$52 million.
$52 million.
bro. She turned 18 when a year ago.
I'm telling you.
What?
Yeah. Whoever paid for that is a
What?
You're a simp.
No, I'm saying.
You're watching this, right? If you paid for your simp,
You're a weird guy. No, like I'm saying, like what's it called? The CSI? CSI? That's
CSI.
Who's
CSI?
Wait. Who are the people that do research on like weirdos, like not research, investigations. Or like weird people like that. Who's different? FBI. CSI. Wait, that's not much still. No, the FBI gotta look into some of these guys.
Yeah.
Bro, they were waiting for her to, turn 18, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, bro. OnlyFans has turned guys very strange. They've turned guys very,
Very strange, man. Like, just the whole simping pandemic. I made that video when I filmed my first ever YouTube video. This happened when during COVID pandemic. That's when OnlyFans started, and I was thinking to myself, like, man, maybe simping is the real pandemic because that was the rise of OnlyFans.
Yeah, 100%.
And like, I'm just seeing all these down bad behaviors.
Oh yeah, bro. No, the
People close to
make
you,
guys
just
weird, bro. They make guys very weird, bro. Like the way that sometimes I see guys commenting under like people's comments, like some of these girls' comments, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Like who are these? Very strange. Very strange behavior, right? People are here dropping what's it called? People are here dropping $50-some, on OnlyFans subscriptions. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous, and bro, like especially when the metaverse and everything starts popping up, bro, guys are just gonna be stuck in there, bro. I'm calling this right now. Once the metaverse drops, there's gonna be guys 24/7. Trust in the metaverse, bro. No sort of real life. They come out to real life, they're like, bro, what are taxes? I don't know how to do any of this. I'm telling you, bro. Because the way some guys are already like on social media 24/7, bro, they don't understand anything about real life.
Literally.
These guys don't be stuck in the metaverse, bro.
Makes them harder to actual meet like an actual partner.
Exactly.
They just socially awkward.
The marriage I'm saying, and I'm usually a very optimistic person, but I feel like the marriage rates, and I'm knocking on wood that this don't happen in prayer to God, but bro, it's gonna plummet, bro. That shit gonna
Oh God.
because it was already bad before, but now that that some guys are moving very, very weird, rhetoric's like hate all men type thing or popping up, which is other toxic thing that I ain't even gonna go into.
It's interesting.
It's two spectrums, bro. There's the hate all men, and then there's the hate all women.
Hate all women.
Red pill.
Fresh
Bro, people that really sit, bro, you really sit at home. You listen to these guys speak absolute nonsense, bro. Like, fam, what type of guy are you to think that your woman is just gonna be like, just sit there while you go and cheat? Like, what? Nah, these person guys are weird. They're weird. Like, bro, there's really guys that really sit there and really say yes, they're right. Yeah. And like follow this. Bro, you lost plots. You lost the plots. What is your life, bro? Like, yeah, I can go and talk to all these girls, but my girl is not allowed to talk to anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
I didn't do that. He's a focus, right?
Bro, he's just a weird guy, bro. And it's just like, bro, that's the thing with the internet now, bro.
Yeah.
It's giving weirdos platforms.
Yeah.
It's giving weirdos platforms, bro. Now these guys are out here talking nonsensical stuff, and people believe that, right? Which is very dangerous, bro, because now, young guys look at those guys, right? And they look up to them, and now they're starting to pick up just nonsensical ways of life. Like, bro, like, what are you doing?
I feel like we just gotta because there's
the guys, Kiana,
there's like the extreme fresh and
Frankie,
fit, and you have the simple sip.
yeah.
And I think we just gotta work our way to go back to the middle. Go back to the middle.
Then again, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, okay, men before were better or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even just as a gender, we were still pretty bad in, before even the internet came around.
Yeah.
But bro, we are heading into like some crazy era, bro. And bro, it's seriously crazy.
Right, man. It's just about that discernment and really
Oh,
gotta be careful about the information.
About the information that you consume. It's all good.
Yeah. But let's see. What else I got here? Let's see. I guess we could segue into the film.
Yeah.
We talk about the film.
Yeah,
So how did this come about? Because I know you guys worked on the script together, right? Yeah. So how did you guys find out about shout out Robert Green? How did you guys
find out about the book too?
You care about it?
Yeah, I should have brought it. A long time ago.
I want to do that for time.
Yeah,
We covered a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, lots of pretty good stuff.
Oh, yeah, but how'd you guys I can start there. How did you discover the film? I don't know, not the film, sorry, the book, 48 Laws of Power. How did you find the book?
He got this one. I didn't know about the book.
Yeah. No,
You read it.
I read
You read it all. No, I read that book like 3 times, bro.
Say you read
Yeah,
it.
I listened to the audiobook and then I got like the actual copy and I read it. But yeah, Laws of Power, bro. Laws of Power is obviously 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, right? Because last summer I was like trying to start reading more,
Right.
And I was just trying to understand I was kind of just trying to understand how I'm supposed to carry myself as a person, as a righteous man, but also as a confident and good person, right? And reading the book, I understood some of the people in the past, right? Because he has a lot of callbacks to historical figures. Use a lot of ways in order to manipulate power in order to get to a certain level in society, right? And I was like, man, this is a really dope idea. I want to make a film about this because I had been making small short films, and I was like, man, I could do some because I want to always progress. I want to like something a little bit longer, so like 15 minutes. Now I met this guy for the first time, right? This guy DM'd me. He's like, "Yo, I heard you do film. Let's talk it up." And then we hopped on FaceTime. Yeah, FaceTime. We talked it out. And he had the idea of doing something like Top Boy, The Wire / Power. And then I was like, yo, this is really, really dope. And at the core of like those shows, it's essentially just like power, bro. Like it's just a power play in between different characters. Like in Top Boy, it's like Sully and all like the Shane, right? You know, going toe to toe, and it's just different ways of power manipulated in order to get what they want, right? And I was reading the book, and I was like, yo, like we could really just pick one law out of that, put that into the setting of like a Top Boy-esque type of show, and then build a narrative around that whole idea. So that's essentially what the film, how the film became this idea. And, you know, we got almost at the finish line.
I think we got one more.
Yeah, we got one more showcase, and then I want to showcase the film, the trailer real soon, and I'm gonna give an official date for it. Finally, it's been a year project, bro. It's been a whole year, you know. But that's just cause, like, bro, we're in school, bro.
Yeah,
we're in school, we're working.
busy.
So,
I know you guys are waiting. It's coming soon.
once this drops, I feel like it's gonna open a lot of doors for us all, everybody that's part of it. The boy PD wants to start doing like just free form film as well. Just like narrative films and stuff like that. And yeah, shout out to PD, bro. Shout out to PD.
Look at who Robert Green sees it. Robert Green, I thought he's going to see it. He's going to see it.
If he does,
Yeah.
When we drop it, we got to all tag
Yeah,
Robert
I'm
Green.
saying, I'm gonna hit up Robert Green like, fam, look at my film. It's I think it's gonna be really dope, and if you see it, then
That's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah.
What's it called? So you've read the book for your life.
Yeah, I've read the
You've
book.
kind of like
skimmed
skimmed through it. Whatever. So like, what's your favorite laws? Like all the 48 laws.
I don't know by heart, bro.
But like, this is the one that like maybe stood out to you.
Stood out to me.
One that you're like, oh man, like this is something like this is real shit. Like, I don't know.
There's one about just like authenticity, bro. Just being like as you as possible, which is kind of like how.
Which one? Was that earlier? Or is that like?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember the name?
But I remember like it's about authenticity.
Okay.
And it's just like being authentic, like about what you want, like who you are, but not necessarily what you want to do, right? Because like a lot of the time, like you can push out like, okay, I want to do this and this and this. Okay. People gonna kind of give you a negative energy, like, nah, you can't do that. And it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, be authentic in like what you want to do, but don't always share that with a lot of people, stuff like that, and kind of protect your dream and shit. So I think that's one that was big to me.
It's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of laws that are they kind of say the interconnected. They say
and I think there was one like be a sheep among, or like a wolf among the sheep or something like that. And like, be a wolf with sheep's clothing or something like that.
I read half the book. I don't think I got that far. I'm on law 30.
No, it's a good read, bro. I had a couple people that wanted to like hop on it. Like to give for me to give the book. It's a good read, bro. It's subtle.
Was there any that stood up to you, or?
Well, like I didn't like really read it. So yeah, but I black sheep on
that was
one for me that stood out was my favorite law of the book. Like it's either between plan to the very end, and that's my second favorite law. But my favorite law was there's also what's it called? Say less than this. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But even never uptime the master. But my favorite one was I think it was 29. Recreate yourself. That was like that's my favorite
tough,
one,
bro. Yeah, that was really really tough. I think 50 Cent in his book. What was it? Like, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
That book, yeah. He talks about that law. He had a lot of connections with Robert Greene. Actually, I had read that book before I read 40 Years of Power. So when he was talking about 48 Laws of Power in that book, I was like, yeah, I gotta read 48 Laws of Power after this. So yeah, that's essentially how I actually cool as hell, bro. Yeah, bro. So, yeah. Initially, this is gonna be like an episodic thing, bro. Now I don't know how that's gonna move, but you know, we'll see.
We'll see how the first one
Yeah,
goes. We want to set that.
Yeah. That what's it called? That recreate yourself law. Like it's so like for the reason why it was my favorite though is just because it's just the idea of like, you know, you can kind of ties back to our previous conversations, but even in the black community and all that, and just finding your passion and purpose. It's kind of like you can literally recreate your identity into whatever you want. Like society, people around you will try to define you and tell you you got to be a certain way, but you don't have to. You can always, you know, flip the script and be whoever you want to. And there's going to be like resistance when you're in that stage of recreation, but you know, you can definitely change your
That's what
identity.
50 did, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's not as popular as how he used to be.
Yeah.
Now he's a new era of rappers, so he kind of just went into a different avenue. Now he's like film production, and this guy managed to build like his own MCU, bro.
Yeah.
His Power series, which is really good. Like, it's a really good set of series.
He even had a mineral water company as well.
Yeah, he
too.
also had like
Rapper.
He has like royalties for some mineral water.
Author as well. Like,
Author, that's crazy. Like his book, Get Rich or Die Trying, is like one of the best sellers. So.
people are sleeping on this guy. He is literally the example of recreation.
Real talk, bro. This guy is like to do that is very difficult, bro. To kind of just like transition like that. That's what a lot of like old school rappers don't really hear about them.
Always told myself, you know, if I were to get up here and rap, like I definitely branch into film.
So that's it as well. Like for example, even Harry Styles, right?
Yeah.
Harry Styles.
Okay, yeah.
He's a Marvel.
This guy's a Marvel now. Yeah, he's gonna be his
I'll play some character.
Oh, who's he playing?
like some powerful ass
Yeah,
character in the Eternals. At the very end, he popped up. Spoilers. Oh shit! At the very end, he he pops. He's in there, bro. He's in there, and he's So once you kind of diversify like that, bro. Another one was that one singer. She was in House of Gucci. She's like a really like she used to wear like very crazy clothing and stuff like that. It's not cute. Lady Gaga, yeah. She's in House of Gucci, but that was like an award film, right? With like Adam something. So yeah,
That's good.
Yeah. We pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about. In closing, I guess. Yeah, what are like your future aspirations that you guys want to go with, like your passions and stuff you're working on? Like, what do you got? I don't know. I don't want to make that sound too cliche. Like where you see yourself in 5 years. Like, I don't know. What do you guys see yourself going?
Definitely rapping. Like we're gonna continue doing film.
Yeah.
So it's like every year we talk about it.
I'm totally down to be in every film, bro. Like, you know.
I just want to keep acting. I really want to become one of the greatest actors to step on film. That's really one of my aspirations, and it's something that I really believe that I can achieve if I put the necessary work. And obviously, I still also want to produce and direct. Denzel I started directing. He actually directed a film with Michael B. Jordan, who produces too. It's insane. Right? Those are some of the guys that I want to meet on my journey. And next 5 years, kind of time span. I just want to finish my degree and probably just move out and just get on more roles. Kind of become a better actor. Get some lessons because you gotta keep learning how to act. You gotta be in those workshops, bro, if you wanna excel in the community. Network too, because that business is mostly networking. I And yeah, I'm just obviously make more of my own stuff and make it hop on other people's projects too.
Yeah, sure.
That's kind of the future.
Future, yeah. That's what's up.
It's looking like, yeah, hopefully make this acting thing, something big like Universal.
That's what I'm saying. This is gonna be a really cool podcast in a couple years. I'm calling it right now. We about to look back at this video. It's about to be like, whoo!
We're in manifestation.
Everybody agrees.
For real, trying to make Don Colioni show,
Yes, sir. It's just about that, keeping your head down and working and putting, your passion in God's hands.
Yeah.
And
We moving, bro.
yeah, release date for this film, I'm saying before the end of the summer. I promise, bro.
Yeah.
I promise. We still got so much shit that we gotta do, bro. But
Yeah.
I'm saying before the end of the summer, this film coming out. I'm not gonna make it some 2-year thing, bro. It's going like maximum is like, because like by the end of the summer it would be like a year that we've been developing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa,
yeah,
that's
bro.
big.
It's not long, man. It's been a long ass time.
It feels like just yesterday.
No,
Yeah,
that was
we started
like this. Yeah, we did just yeah. Because it was only like 5 shooting days, right?
Yeah.
Or no, like 3 of them
Was it 2?
at first. And
Yeah.
then we had like another one like weeks later, and then another one, and then we have our last one, which is and then this thing will come out, and we got a little bit of things that we got to finish up, right? And then,
And the summer still. You guys heard it here, end of summer, hopefully. It should be coming up.
Yes, sir.
By the grace of God, you know what I'm saying?
God.
No, we're lucky to go May, right?
Yeah, so look at those anime.
Looking for
We're looking for anime. You know what I'm saying? Looking for anime. So.
But yeah, it's been cool, doing this podcast. I want to thank y'all for coming on. You know what I mean? You guys definitely gonna be on again.
Closer to like the release date.
Oh yeah, 100%. But make sure you guys follow their Instagrams, and I think I'm gonna put. Do you have a video of your single on YouTube?
No face.
No face.
Yeah.
No
it's-
face.
That'll all be linked down
Fire.
below.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make sure you go follow them up. If there's any new viewers, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Hit that bell notification, because the next 4 months I'm dropping content. It's crazy, like it's going crazy, man. Like, I'm dropping, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah. Deuces.
This is.
Yeah.